Hey everybody, it's me, Angel Benton, and it is time for another edition of Angel Sudsy Recap, where we delve into the world of daytime television and we do a few reality shows on the side. Today at work, we were doing some team building exercises and we had to do the scavenger hunt. And one of the things that we had to do, or it was actually optional, you didn't really have to do it, but everyone on the team had to get a Mike Tyson tattoo, not a real tattoo, but draw a tattoo on their face. And of course, I'm a big, huge ball of sweat. All I do is sweat all the time. It's annoying, right? And we had this dry erase marker and we were using that on everyone so that it would come right off afterwards. And of course it wouldn't go. And the time was ticking and we were very close to when we had to turn it in. So I was just like, just screw it and write on me on Sharpie. Just do it. Just whatever. Let's do it. Let's get this done. So we did it. We still didn't win anyways. And, but we got it done. And I walked around for the rest of the day with this huge, tattoo on my face. But the good news is that it actually came off in the shower. So I'm happy about that. Okay, so let's talk about General Hospital. So the big news this past week on General Hospital is actually that Robert Palmer Watkins, who plays Dylan, has been let go from the show. Now here's something interesting about that. This past weekend, Young and the Restless and Bold and Beautiful had a big fan event weekend, and it was the best, but I mean, Lord knows I've done plenty of GH fan events too that have been awesome as well. Oh God, like when I met Julie and Jerome. Whew. Hot, hot, hot. He is gorgeous. Okay, anyways, sorry. He was also on Bold and Beautiful too. Playing Storm. All right, so what was interesting though, and the reason why I bring that up now, because if you don't follow Young and the Restless, you probably don't watch my recaps for Young and the Restless. But what's interesting about that is that at the end of the night, him and Haley Aaron showed up. They were the only actors from a different show to show up at this event. So that was very interesting. And Haley Aaron was there with her boyfriend, or some other guy, but I don't think that they are together. I don't think. I don't know. I could be wrong. I didn't talk to either one of them that day. So I don't know. Maybe I don't know. But I don't think that there's anything salacious going on between the two of them. I really don't. So it made me wonder, is Kiki leaving the show too? So, okay, so then let's go forward. So then, okay, well, I'll talk about this, I guess, on Young and the Restless, because then there's an online campaign to get Robert Palmer Watkins on the show as Kyle Abbott, and I want him on the show. I think he'd be fine. He'd be great on Young and the Restless. I just don't know if he'd be a good Kyle Abbott, just because that part has had so many different portrayers. I mean, it's kind of like the kiss of death. It's kind of like dating Abby. Well, okay, I'm sorry. I'm going off on Young and the Restless. I need to stick to General Hospital. Okay, General Hospital. So this week on General Hospital, right? Ava Jerome is just seriously going for that whole Phantom of the Opera thing. I mean, she really is. But, and she might be chewing the scenery just a smidge, but I mean, it's fine. Let her do it. It's great, What I love about Ava Jerome's storyline is that basically they're kind of pairing her up with Griffin. Now, granted, I wanted Griffin with Alexis. Griffexis, I'm just saying, right? But those Julexis people will never let that happen. So, okay. So if Griffin can't be with Alexis, he can be with Ava. That's not bad. I mean, I'm not hating it. I don't hate it. That's okay. I'm okay with that, right? We've definitely seen a lot of growth in Ava, in the respect that Valentine was like, I could offer you the best doctors in the world, and then you could have your pretty face back, and she hasn't taken him up on it. So that's pretty fierce. So I'm kind of liking the Griffin and Ava. It's cool. All right. Another thing that I enjoy about Ava is that they've recently, because first of all, Franco is back in town, which is great. I love me some Roger Howarth. I think he's fantastic. He's got a haircut. He looks good. He is back in town, back with Elizabeth, and he is having scenes with Ava. I love that. I think it's great. I like seeing that, because, there was, there was scenes with Kiki and Franco, and that was great too, and Kiki's like, yeah, thanks for leaving me with the rent. Now I got a rent to pay by myself. But, she basically talked him out of it talked him out of, fucking up all his paintings because he wanted to do that because he's not the same person as he was when he made them. But she's like, look, it's art. You should sell it. And then you should give me the money to, and we don't know what's happening with that. I mean, he might be giving some of the paintings to Ava or whatever, but I definitely think that it's, it's good because it'll get Ava, out of the house, because she, lives alone in her house with her mask on, getting her vodka sent her, which I'm not hating on that either. There's been a lot of drinking this week. A lot of drinking. I've had more vodka, rum, and tequila in me than I swear I've ever had ever. Okay, anyways, sorry. All right, so I enjoyed that. But also because of, their friendship and, his relationship with Kiki. I mean, it's just wonderful. I think that's great. I'm loving Ava Jerome lately. I really am. Okay, now, and I'm loving Roger Howarth. I can't wait for him to have scenes with Risa Dorkin, who plays Amy, because at the GH convention in April, Roger Howarth said that he really, admired the acting choices that she made. And then I asked her at the GH fan club event, like last month, I was like, did you hear about it? She's like, oh my God, I totally heard about that. And I love it. I would love to have more scenes with Franco. She's had scenes with him, but they've been not that, huge and not that substantial, but this was pretty good. So I would like to see them have more scenes, and I would like to, but what's cool is that we have started to see Amy outside of the hospital. We've seen her at Kelly's with Nathan, and they were talking about Manlanders. And I know a lot of people hate that storyline. I don't hate it. I really don't, because I don't know the reason why Maxie left the show this time. So I don't know why, but I know that if production is, I knew that they had to bring Maxie back. Now they have brought her back with with Kirsten Storms. Great. Kirsten? I don't know. I think it's Kirsten Storms. Oh, whatever. Anyways, Maxie, she's back. So that's fine. But listen, if they had to recast it, I mean, I would hope they would use Molly Burnett again, because she's, no one had an issue with her and she was fine. But, that's fine too. I don't care. They just have to have Maxie back. And they do, and that's great. But if the actress leaves unexpectedly, you got to think, what are you going to do? Because that's not fair to Nathan to have him in storyline limbo because his scene partner left the show, even for a temporary period of time. So I think so I love the Manlander storyline because it introduces us to Amy, and we got to know more about Amy. We got to know about Amy's family. We know that she's got more than one brother, and we know one of her brothers is seriously ill, or, he got injured, so he's going through physical therapy and blah, blah, blah. So that's actually and so they had scenes together outside of the hospital. I hope Nathan gets with her. I'm sorry. Or at least that there's a nice little love triangle between her and Nathan. And I know all the Naxi people, this is what I don't understand. I need someone to explain this to me, please. It's you relationship people, you shippers, your Julexis people, your Naxi people, all those, just let them do their own thing, and then they will eventually get back together. I mean, that is the cyclical nature of a soap opera. Now, granted, I don't agree with the fact that they say that when happily ever after is a death sentence on soaps. I don't necessarily agree with that. I think there's plenty for happily married couples to do together. But at the same time, I mean, if you are fans of the actors, let them explore with, other people as well. I mean, I'm not like, here's the thing. I love me some William DeVry, especially after meeting him in person. I love me some William DeVry. But, I feel bad because I feel like he is just tied to Alexis over, and the Julexis people were not, they're not the main reason why, but they kind of are, because they will not let him get with anyone else. They won't let her get with anyone else. That's why I'm a big fan of Griffin getting with Alexis, just because it'll break the monotony. It's always been either Julexis or Sexis with Sunny, or Nexus with Ned, or Jaxis, which of those four, I guess I would probably choose Jaxis. I love me some Jax. But, I mean, like, it's annoying. I would like to see her do something else with someone else, right? So, anyways. So that's basically what's going on General Hospital this week. Thank you so much for logging on today and for listening to me ramble, which, I could just talk and talk and talk by myself. I'm just talking to the phone right now. But I could talk and talk and talk for hours. So, because I'm an I, and you know what that is. So if you have to do anything for work, those personality assessments, this is a DISC assessment. So in the DISC assessment, I'm an I, and in the self assessment, I'm an S, whatever. Anyways, thank you for logging on. Please feel free to follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Angel Benton. You can also hashtag GH to talk General Hospital, or you can hashtag RHOAKL or Real Housewife Shit to talk about Real Housewives of Auckland, which I just watched. I love that show. And you can also follow me. Click that subscribe button on my YouTube channel, and you'll get my videos sent to your inbox every single day. Okay, everyone. Thank you so much for logging on today. Have a great night. Peace out. Talk to you tomorrow. Wubba wubba wubba.